can really mess up those travel plans. Well, they called them witch hunts back in March. Nevertheless, Congressman Peter King is launching a second round of Islamic radicalization hearings on Capitol Hill tomorrow. But emotions were running pretty high the first time around. Congressman Keith Ellison was against these hearings. He's the first Muslim American in Congress, and here he is breaking down while testifying about a Muslim 9/11 first responder.
Some people spread false rumors and speculated that he was in league with the attackers because he was a Muslim. But it was only when his remains were identified that these lies were exposed.
He is the chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee, Pete King, and he's joining us now. Congressman, good to see you.
Good morning, Jamie. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Are you targeting Muslims?
Absolutely not. What I'm targeting is violent terrorists and extremists. And by the way, Congressman Ellison, who broke down crying, he was crying about a young man who ended up getting a hero's funeral in New York City, and it was mentioned in the Patriot Act. So he received all the respect that he was certainly entitled to. I think that should be put on the record. No, what I'm talking about is violent extremists. I'm talking about jihadists. And the fact is that Al-Qaeda itself has said that it's going to recruit within the Muslim American community. That's the reality. When Robert Kennedy went after the mob, he looked at the Cosa Nostra, at the mafia. That's the reality. 99% of Muslims are outstanding Americans. But the fact is that Al-Qaeda is targeting that group, and we have to look to find out where they are and the methods they're using. And what I'm doing tomorrow is looking at the prisons, because that is a fertile area for radicalization.
Why is that?
Are all experts.
Why is it that prisons are fertile ground? And just to your point, we know we've taken out yet another leader overseas, and you say Al-Qaeda is now focusing more on our shores.
No, they really are, because we have really done a good job of stopping them from coming in from overseas. So Al-Qaeda is now adjusted, and it's recruiting within the United States. Now, as far as the prisons, that is literally a captive audience. And you have people there, and historically, there have been conversions to Islam, which is very good. But the fact is there are also radical imams, radical chaplains in the prisons who are converting people not just to Islam, but to radical Islam, to jihadism. And we are going to have witnesses tomorrow showing cases in California, in New York, where young men became radicalized, come out of prison, and carry out acts of terrorism. The Newburgh Four in New York just 2 years ago. We had the Kevin James case in California in 2005. The British have just put out a paper saying about the importance of prison radicalization. And it's also important to note that I'm not standing alone on this. I give the Obama administration credit. They agree that Al-Qaeda is trying to recruit among the Muslim American community. And just last week, Secretary Napolitano is setting up a task force to look into radicalization in the prisons. I can't believe why liberal groups like the New York Times and so many Democrats in Congress have locked in against this when, again, I want to work with the Obama administration. I've spoken to them on this issue. We are, I believe, working together, but it's liberal Democrats in Congress who are just, they get hysterical over this. They get hyperbolic. It's just wrong.
Okay, well, Fox News will be covering it. We'll monitor those hearings, and we'll bring in all the highlights to our viewers. We report they can decide whether or not the information will help keep us safe. Congressman Peter King, great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jamie, as always. Thank you.